Well, hello. For those of you who didn't read the story beforehand, I'll give you the brief story now as to how I ended up where I am. I guess I've been traveling for years, traveling the world, and for the last couple of years, I've been thinking about doing something a little different, a little bit more engaging instead of just being a tourist, maybe contributing back to the world, something like that. So, what I looked into is I'd heard from other people other travelers, that there was different websites where you could volunteer. And so I looked into that. There's one called Workaway that I liked in particular, just because it had a variety of things, not just farming like others. There are another one called Woofer. That's great if you want to do organic farming. But I wanted to have lots of different opportunities. I did notice there's house sitting and pet care, but I wanted to learn something while I was volunteering, not just contribute, but learn something. So went ahead and found this. Actually, one of the things I've been wanting to do for years is make cheese. So I went on Workaway, looked for different people who were offering cheese making opportunities. Found a little farm here in Hollister, California. And so I contacted the owner. We went back and forth for a little bit, and turns out it was actually an ideal match for me. I love trying new things. I've been experimenting in the kitchen, growing a little bit in the garden, making everything from scratch, like bread, yogurt, butter, peanut butter with a mortar and pestle. The woman who runs the farm here, Bell Hill Farms, is where I'm staying, said that would be a perfect match for them because they live off the land, live off the farm. And so I wrote to her and she accepted. And so that brought me here to Bell Hill Farms. The timing was perfect. COVID-19 had just popped on the world stage, and I got back home from Asia as I was running out of options there. So headed straight to the farm here, and in a little bit of luck, I got picked up at the train station. She brought me here, and I got in just under the radar. The reason I say that is because at the time she picked me up, she didn't really realize how bad the COVID-19 virus was. And it wasn't really until 2 weeks later that she realized what a big deal it was. I asked her 2 weeks later, I said, but if you knew then what you know now, would you have let me stay here? She said, absolutely not. So I really lucked out. I've been 2 weeks here, so I've passed my quarantine period. And so anyway, just been kind of working on the farm. In just 2 weeks, I've got a month I've committed here, but in just 2 weeks, I've managed to make several different cheeses, made paneer, made feta, made camembert, we've made kefir. It is a goat farm primarily, so we've got a lot of dairy, anything you can do with milk. Basically, one of the things I learned is anything you can do with cow's milk, you can do with sheep's milk. So you can even make blue cheese using sheep's milk. Those are some of the opportunities. They've got chickens, ducks, sheep. One of the things we did the other day was slaughter and butcher sheep, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I really want to have a handle on where my food's coming from start to finish. And it turns some off, that whole process. I personally believe, especially after having done it myself, that it's a much cleaner process than anything we get in a styrofoam package at the supermarket. So there's that. Let's see what else. We've learned to make sourdough bread. I'm starting to harvest off the land, and I'll show you some of the things in later videos on that. And we'll be slaughtering ducks next week. So what this will be is a series of videos of the different things that I do while I'm on the farm, as just a way to pass the time and make the best of the time while I'm here and under house arrest or stay in place, whatever the orders are here in California. So come join me as we explore Bell Hill Farms.